Imagine a robot judge deciding your fate based on data it's learned from past cases. Sounds fair, right? But what if that data is full of biases, reflecting historical inequalities and prejudices? This is the core problem of algorithmic discrimination, when algorithms designed to be objective end up perpetuating and even amplifying existing biases. What is algorithmic discrimination? Algorithms are sets of rules or instructions that computers follow to solve problems or make decisions. They are used in countless applications, from online search engines to loan applications to criminal justice systems. However, algorithms are only as good as the data they are trained on. If that data contains biases, for example, if it overrepresents certain groups or reflects historical discrimination, the algorithm will likely reproduce those biases in its output. How does it happen? Here are some ways algorithms can perpetuate discrimination. Biased training data. If the data used to train an algorithm reflects existing societal biases, the algorithm will learn those biases. For example, if a facial recognition system is trained primarily on images of white faces, it may be less accurate at recognizing faces of people of color. Reflecting historical inequalities, algorithms can inadvertently perpetuate historical inequalities. For instance, an algorithm used to predict criminal recidivism, the likelihood of someone reoffending, might rely on data that reflects past discriminatory policing practices, leading to biased predictions against certain racial groups. Feedback loops. When an algorithm's output influences future data, it can create a feedback loop that amplifies existing biases. For example, if a loan application algorithm is biased against women, it may deny loans to qualified women, which then reinforces the perception that women are less creditworthy. Lack of diversity in development teams. If the teams designing and developing algorithms lack diversity, they may be less likely to identify and address potential biases in the data or the algorithm itself. Examples of algorithmic discrimination. Hiring algorithms. Some companies use AI-powered hiring tools to screen resumes and even conduct video interviews. If these algorithms are trained on data that reflects past hiring biases, they may discriminate against women or people of color. Loan applications. Algorithms used to assess creditworthiness can perpetuate existing financial inequalities by relying on data that disadvantages certain groups. Criminal justice. Algorithms used to predict recidivism can lead to biased sentencing and policing practices, disproportionately affecting certain communities. Online advertising. Algorithms used to target online ads can perpetuate stereotypes and reinforce biases by showing different ads to different demographic groups. The consequences of algorithmic discrimination. The consequences of algorithmic discrimination can be significant. Reinforcement of social inequalities. Algorithmic discrimination can deepen existing social and economic inequalities by denying opportunities to certain groups. Perpetuation of stereotypes. Algorithms can reinforce harmful stereotypes and prejudices, making it harder to challenge and overcome them. Erosion of trust. When people feel that algorithms are being used unfairly, they lose trust in institutions and technology. What can be done? Addressing algorithmic discrimination requires a multifaceted approach. Data auditing and cleaning. Carefully examining training data for biases and taking steps to correct them. Algorithm testing and evaluation. Rigorously testing algorithms for fairness and bias, using diverse datasets and evaluation metrics. Transparency and explainability. Making algorithms more transparent and explaining how they make decisions. Diversity in tech. Increasing diversity in the tech industry to ensure that different perspectives are considered in the design and development of algorithms. Regulation and oversight. Implementing regulations and oversight mechanisms to prevent algorithmic discrimination. Algorithmic discrimination is a complex problem, but by raising awareness and taking action, we can work towards creating a more equitable and just digital world.